And we are live. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a nice, relaxing morning. Just wait for a few of you to come on, and then we'll get started. Hi, Leslyn. How are you? Nice of you to join me this morning. Let me share the love. And it does help if I have the right glasses on, doesn't it? Can't see a thing in these ones. Let me swap my eyes over. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Tammy, there you go. I can see your name now. Oh, bless you, Leslie. And it seems to be one of them days today. Energies are a bit low. So let's raise the vibrations and get some positive energy and positive vibes going. Hi, Simon. How are you, my darling? Hi, Alicia. Hi, Claire. Hope you're all well. I don't know what the weather is like in your neck of the woods, but it's absolutely miserable and wet here this morning. Keeping warm with the central heating. Beautiful day yesterday and a miserable day today. Can't get my breath with the contrasts. Feels like we've jumped into spring and gone right back into winter. Hi, Lucy. Right, so this morning I'll be doing cards and I will be reading from my animal spirit deck. Hope you can see that okay. And these are by Colette Baron Reed. And I thought I'd do these because these are my cheerful cards. They're very colourful, very uplifting. And I love working with animals. So let's see who we got. Let's go to Leslyn since she was the first on this morning on YouTube. Let's have a look what card we get for you, my darling. See if we can give you some upliftment for today. These will only be short min readings. For those that haven't seen me work before, my name is Stace Shaw and I am a spiritualist medium and intuitive reader, so I can read anything on a psychic level as well as connect with your loved ones in spirit. I've set the intention today just to do the psychic work. However, spirit do sometimes pop in. If that happens, I will let you know. So let's have a card for Leslie. Oh, there we go. Cheeky flyers. Let's have a look. Where did that one? There it is. Okay, so you've had two cards fly out the deck, my darling. Also, guys, feedback. If I do happen to come to you with a reading, please give your feedback in the comments because it helps me know that I'm on the right wavelength with yourselves. It helps me know that I've got the right connection and it helps keep the connection strong. So please make sure that I get your feedback as it's very important. So, Leslie, you have the Bobcat Spirit and you have the Sandpiper. And the bobcat says life is a mystery and the sandpiper wants to be playful. So I want to bring in a lot of love, a lot of laughter and a lot of love movement with this card. The bobcat for me is like a brownie orange. It's almost like a lion colour. So I also want to say be courageous be adventurous, be brave in your adventures. I do feel that there's some things that you're planning on doing or that you've been considering doing, but you've been a little bit hesitant in doing so at the moment. But I want to say that, take that leap of faith, jump right in and see what life holds for you because you never know what's around the corner. All right, my darling. And enjoy it. Be playful with it. You see the sandpiper there doing a little dance on the rocks. You're jigging up and down. Like, I feel there's exciting times coming for you, my darling. I don't know if that you're waiting for news or if there's something that you're expecting, but whatever this is, it needs to be playful, it needs to be uplifting, and it's something that you're really, really excited about. So I hope that helps you. Exciting times coming for you, my darling. You've got the number 8 card as well on the Bobcat, which is, if you turn it on its side, it's the sign of infinity. So life will always be a mystery. Stop looking for answers to questions that you might not be able to find the answers for. Okay. Pregnant and in medical school. Oh, well, congratulations on your pregnancy. So that'll be the exciting times that are coming, my darling. For yourself. So yeah, life's definitely going to get more playful for you, definitely. But I also want to say there's hang on, Mark. Yeah. Definitely got to take a leap of faith. I know things that, I don't know if it's your firstborn. I have a funny feeling it's your firstborn and your first pregnancy. So just enjoy it for what it is, my darling, okay? Take a leap of faith and know that everything, hand it to the universe, to know that, no matter what comes, it's going to be an exciting time for you. It's going to be a positive time for you. And you will be okay. You'll be able to face the challenges and you'll be able to meet expectations of yourself. I want to say, don't try and meet the expectations of others, okay, my darling? You've got that long beak to explore with. Sandpipers dig their noses into the mud to get the food that they want to get, but they dig deep. And I want to say to you, you need to dig deep at the moment. I know you said you're feeling tired. Pamper yourself. Give yourself a pamper time. Go out with the girls for lunch. Do some baby shopping. Just something to give you that upliftment. Maybe make a start on the nursery or decide what kind of furniture you want for your new baby coming. Hi, Paul and Luke. Hope you're both well, my darling. So yeah, exciting times coming, Leslie. So keep your chin up, my darling, okay? I know you're feeling probably a bit rough and a bit alone at the moment, but it's all gonna come good for you. So there you go. Hope that helps you, my darling. Okay, let's see who's next. So I want to go to hi Christine, hi Alison, hi Claire, hi everybody that's just joined. Hi Ian. Come on, if you come in. Sorry, my dog's been a pain in the arse again. I mean, a pain in the backside. Let's have a look. Where's she gone? I saw Tammy. There we go. So, Tammy, my darling, let's see what the cards hold for you today. Let's see what. Oh, okay, that didn't take much of a trouble. Oh, so my darling, you have some seeds that have also been planted. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right. You have the pig spirit, and this is card number 47. 7 and 4 is 11, and 11 is a master number. So whatever it is you're manifesting, you're going to be successful in. Okay, my darling? Keep planting them seeds, but now's the time to put them seeds into action. But you need to think about how you're going to do it, maybe find more creative ways. I feel like at the moment, if you see the pig, he's standing on a fluffy little cloud. But I want to say, get your head out of the clouds, and be more realistic in your expectations of what it is that you want to achieve from these ideas. Okay, my darling? Sorry, just scroll down. I'm multitasking, so you'll have to excuse me. Facebook users, you're going to have to go to streamyard.com/Facebook Facebook to allow permission for StreamYard to show your name. Otherwise, I won't be able to give you a reading. So yeah, let me know if this makes sense to you, Tommy, that you've got some ideas running around in your head. And I want to go, this is to do with employment, and I feel like it's giving me a bit of a headache as well. So I want to say, take your heads out of the clouds and think wisely. Choose wisely on how you go about things and what exactly it is that you want to manifest. Okay, my darling? Because I do feel, again, there's some hesitancy, and maybe you're living in a, with all due respect, you're living in a bit of a dream world rather than looking at things from a reality point of view. So you need to seriously consider the reality of the prospect. Okay, my darling? You're very welcome. Now I see the flower on the pig's back, but they actually look like wings. And the saying, pigs may fly. Now, I want to say nothing is impossible, because I do feel that these plans that you've got, you're feeling, like I say, a bit of a dream world, a bit of a fantasy, and you're sat there thinking that it's never going to happen. Don't be a block on yourself. If you want this to happen, it can and it will happen, but you have to believe in it. It's no good asking for magic to happen if you don't believe in magic. And it's the same with manifestation. If you're saying, I want this, I need this, please universe, give me this, and then you're saying, but I'm not going to get it because pigs will fly before that happens, it's not going to happen, because the universe is taking on that negative mindset. Okay, so again, it's about using your mind wisely. Think creative, think about what you want, and believe in the idea for you to be able to manifest. My darling, hope that helps you, Tammy. Oh, thank you, Facebook user who said I've got a beautiful dog. Yeah, he is. He's my 4-year-old pug, Jug. He's a Jack Russell Cross pug. But he's a pain in the bum. He's a pampered pooch. Okay, let's see who have we got next. Scrolling. Let me know where you're watching from. It'd be interesting to know where you're watching from. Okay, we have Lynn. Good morning to you. Good morning, Christine. Oh, I'm glad it went well, Paul and Luke. I'm going to be watching it later, so I'll be able to give you some feedback. Hi, Alicia. Let's go to Alicia. Let's see what card we have for Alicia today. I hope you're all staying dry and warm in this wet weather that we're having. Oh, there's another cheeky flyer. Oh, they're all over the place. Wow. Okay, Alicia, you have the crow. Beautiful birds. I'm very misunderstood, and I feel like that's with you at the moment. I feel like there's things that are being said and actions that are being taken by yourself, but they're being misinterpreted. Your heart is wanting to put forward your intentions one way, and you feel it's coming across that way, but other people are taking it like it's coming across in a totally different way that it is intended to do. Let me know if that makes sense. But the crow is also a messenger of spirit. So I do feel that you're opening up to your spiritual gifts right now, or you're wanting to explore what spiritual gifts you have. And I want to say, I'm getting warm hands, so I want to go down the healing route with you now, whether that be with distant healing or physical healing, Reiki, or any kind of hands-on healing. Excuse me, but I do feel very tired with you. I feel like you've got so many options open to you, you're not sure which way to go. So what I want to say to you is explore. Explore each individual gift that you're interested in. Do your research. Make sure you're joining an open circle or a development circle and get the right mentor to be able to guide you in the right direction. I do feel that you have a spirit guide already in the wings waiting to work with you. And I do feel this is a very regal guide, because I'm getting the regal pattern there. So I want to say, if you do any kind of meditation to meet your spirit guide, there's lots online that you can do that with. Or if you want to do it with your mentor, I do feel you've got somebody from the Victorian age, and I do feel this is a lady, because I'm seeing the big Victorian dresses, and I'm seeing the lovely Victorian patterns on woodwork. And I feel this lady was very gentle, astute lady as well, who also worked with spirit while she was on the earth plane. You might not have met her yet, so this might not make any sense to you, but just take it with you, and know that I've given it to you in case it comes about. But there's definitely some co-creation with spirit going on, all right, my darling? So make sure you do it safely. Don't try and do it on your own. Again, find that mentor, either online or offline, physical circle, online circle. But you need to find a mentor to guide you in the right direction to get you started with opening up to spirit. All right, my darling. Oh, thank you, Mandy Louise. That's a lovely thing to say. So let me know if that makes sense to you, my darling, okay? For some reason, my cards keep going upside down. Don't know what that's about. Make sure they're... Okay, so let's see who we have next. Christine, I've got a Bish and Jack Russell from Brecon. I have no idea where Brecon is, Christine. I'm assuming that's Welsh. Brecon, as in the Brecon Beacons. No idea where that is. I'm rubbish at geography, so excuse my ignorance. Watching from Saskatchewan, Canada. Saskatchewan. Is that Native American, Maxine? It sounds Native American. Sounds very Cheyenne. Margaret, hello. Hope you're well. Hi, Samantha. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Roz. Okay, let's see who's next. Oh, okay, Roz. This card flew out just after I said your name. So this is for you, Koala Spirit. Look at that. Isn't he beautiful? He's almost native as well. Now, I don't know where you're from, Roz, but I get a strong... I don't know if you have links to India, let me know. Because as I'm looking at this koala, I'm seeing the Indian jewelry and the Indian makeup, the tribal Indian stuff that the natives wear in India. Not Native American Indian, Indian, if that makes sense. And I'm also seeing amber as the jewel in the koala side there. And amber is for vitality, energy, upliftment. But it's also a pause light. So I feel like you need to take a pause at the moment. You need to sit and chew things over, literally like the koala is doing with the eucalyptus on the tree. You need to sit and chew things over and watch and observe things and let things play out, because spirit has a plan. You need to trust that the spirit and the universe have a plan for you, my darling, okay? So don't worry about the little things. Don't worry about whether things are as they should be or where they should be or how are they going to get to where they need to be. Because spirit and the universe have it all in hand. Obviously, you have free will and you can intervene or do what you feel is necessary that needs to be done to help it along the way. But I wouldn't worry too much about reaching the final destination, if that makes sense. You like Indian gold? That's why I'm seeing the jewelry on the koala side. It really stood out to me, and it was really tribal and really Indian as well. So thank you for that confirmation, my darling. Much appreciated. But yeah, I feel like you need to mull things over, chew things over. I'm also seeing the feathers coming off the koala hair, and they look like native prayer feathers to me. So I do feel that you've been sending prayers up and you've been asking the angels for help as well. And I feel like you've been asking the angels for help with regards to um, which direction you should go in with the situation. Um, okay. Feel like you're struggling to be peacemaker, but again, it's about leaving it to the universe. Spirit has a plan. The lessons that need to be learned by the people themselves without any sort of you can give the guidance and the advice, but without telling them how to do it and what to do, if that makes sense. Um, so rather than instruction, give guidance and advice, and it's down to them whether they take that guidance and advice. All right, my darling. So take a step back, take a breather, know that spirit has it all in hand, the universe has your back, and things will get sorted out soon enough. All right, my darling. I hope that helps. And thank you for working with me. Thank you for that confirmation. Uh, my necklace, B. This is, I don't know if you can see that there. It's my lapis lazuli, and lapis lazuli is good for communication, both on the physical earth plane and for spirit communication. But I don't know if you can see it. It's got a phoenix and a dragon carved into it. Now the dragon, I am actually a dragon in the Chinese New Year, and I also have a dragon guide that I work with when I read, whether that be cyclic or spiritual. And the phoenix is like a family emblem. I'm actually a big fan of Harry Potter, so Fawkes the Phoenix, obviously, Dumbledore's power animal. But the phoenix is also a personal family emblem. And it's about rising from the ashes and spreading your wings and carrying on life with fire and passion in your belly. So yeah, that's what that is. My little amulet, and the only time I take it off is when I'm having a bath. I do sometimes bath with it on because it helps cleanse it, but lapis is not very good with water. It can fade it if you soak it for too long or too many times in water. Same with leaving it in sunlight. If you leave it in sunlight too long, it can fade. Okay, so B, let's see what card comes up for you today. See what card we have for B today. For B. Right, you would understand being stubborn at the moment, B, because these cards are being quite stubborn and one didn't want to come out. So I feel like you're digging your heels in about something. But you are going to be victorious, my darling. Take a leap of faith and you will be successful. Look at that grasshopper, sorry. You got the grasshopper there wearing the crown in all his regal clothing, balancing on the bush of leaves. So I want to say, hold your head high. Keep doing what you're doing because you're doing everything right so far. But again, with yourself, it seems to be the theme of the day today. I always get a theme. Take that leap of faith. You never know what's around the corner. And I'm also seeing the mandalas. And the mandala in the card for me represents creativity, it represents color, it represents excitement, and it represents different because it's different patterns, different skills. And I want to say you're on a journey at the moment of exploration. Not only are you exploring yourself and your identity and finding out who you are and who you want to be. You're also exploring your pathway of spirituality, um, and also exploring um, different avenues on the physical earth as well, such as exploring different adventures, going on different adventures. I want to put you on days out. I want to put you in nature. I want to put you walking along streams, canals. I actually want to put you on a canal boat. I want to take that adventure down the canal boat, and I'm seeing like Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn, where they explored the river, the Mississippi River. So I don't know if you're interested in water or canal boats, or planning a trip on a canal boat, but I want to take you down that sort of avenue where you can have an adventure, but it's gentle, it's not high risk, it's not high energy, just something gentle way you can explore the world. You love that movie. Well, that's coming for something, my darling. Um, but yeah, I want to say take a leap of faith, and you've got lots of support underneath your feet. The green bushes underneath, they're thriving, they're strong, they're all clumped together. So I do feel you've got a good support system around you. So if you ever doubted that you could subtle and free, exactly, that's exactly what that kind of trip entails, subtle and free. So they're the kind of journeys and trips I want to take you on, even if it's for a long weekend, just to sail down the canal rivers, exploring, you know, what the world and the country has to offer. Minimum spend, you know, enjoy the life of the water, like, so to speak. Um, I feel this would help clear the fog for you in your mind. I feel you've had a lot going on, and I also feel that this needs clearing. It'd be your ultimate cleansing, just to be on the water, be near the water, smell the water, feel the water, and all that will just clear your mind and clear the fog and give you an internal soul, deep soul cleansing. Um, So yeah, it's all good. But take that leap of faith, my darling, okay? Whatever it is you're hesitating about, take that leap of faith, because good things are coming and exciting times ahead, a bit like the first lady I read for. Okay, my lovely, and keep your head held high. Don't let anybody put you down, because you're doing great and you're a beautiful soul. You are who you are, and if anybody doesn't like it, tell them to jog on. Tell him to jog on. All right, my darling. You're very welcome. I hope that helps. Okay, let's see who we have next. Let's see. Hi, Karen. Hi, Ara. Hope you're well. Hi, Alison. Hi, Samantha. Okay, let's have a look at Samantha. Appreciate some guidance from you today. Feeling very stressed. All right. Oh, wow, that didn't take long coming out. You've got the beautiful pink swan. Look at the gentle, soft nature of this beautiful bird. Now, what I want to say is, firstly, the colour, the lovely, gentle, soft pink, and I feel like I want to wrap you up in the swan's wings and just give you a nice big gentle hug. But I also want to bring in memories of childhood. I want to bring in that fun, that sense of fun, that sense of laughter, but I want to do it from an infant's sort of point of view. So I want to go towards the baby pink, where everything is innocent, where you haven't got a care in the world. All right, my darling. I'm seeing the flowers as orchids, because they're also the same color. And orchids for me, again, it's about that love, it's about that gentleness. And I want to say, be gentle with yourself, okay? I'm seeing the swan's wings as candy floss. So again, I want to bring in that element of fun, but I also want some sweetness. I want that sticky sweetness, joy of life. Um, but again, I want to put you on a pedestal that I'm seeing the crown, which I've never noticed before on this card. Um, I'm seeing the crown. So again, it's about holding your head high and dealing with things. I feel like at the moment you're dealing with things quite gracefully. Um, but I want to say, watch your pride, okay, my darling. Pride always comes before a fall. So you can be gentle, you can be graceful in dealing with what you're dealing with, but be careful you don't let your pride get in the way, okay, my darling. I'm seeing the orange on the beak for vitality, for energy, for warmth and for upliftment. And again, I'm seeing the mandala in the background. So it's about being creative. And exploring your different options, because even though I feel like you feel quite close in, these flowers are closing the swan and it's almost like they're surrounding him. um so I want to say, be creative with the choices that you make, because you do have choices, but it's all about being creative and knowing um which one is going to benefit you more, which one is going to suit your soul more, which one is going to fulfill you more. And that's what I'm looking for with you. I feel like with yourself you're looking for fulfillment, and it's one that you haven't found yet. So dive deep, okay, my darling. Swans, when they're looking for food, again, it's beaks down, bottoms up, and they dive deep to get the best of the food that they can get to feed themselves the best nutrition. So again, this isn't just talking about diet, this is talking about your everyday work. Just dive deep, hold your head high, and make sure you give yourself that nutrition to feed yourself, because you can't run on an empty tank. Yeah. If you want the engine to go, you got to make sure the car's full of petrol, and you're running on empty, my darling. So take a step back, take a deep breath again, take that leap of faith, and just breathe. Just take a minute to breathe, like, and then ask the universe which direction or which directions they have for you to choose from, and then just take a step back. Let your head tingle, because I do feel you get a tingly head when you ask these questions. Let your head tingle, and then ask the questions. And then the first thought is spirit giving you them answers. Okay, my darling? And I feel like this is an important thing for you to do, because I feel without it, you kind of get a little bit overwhelmed with earthly life. You're feeling a little bit stuck at the moment. And this breathing and this meditation will help you just silence the mind a little bit, and you'll be able to hear the answers that you're looking for. Okay, my darling? I hope that helps. Nearly went into a meditation state myself then. I hope that helps. Yeah, I sense that you're drained, my darling. That's why I said do some meditation. It doesn't have to be with music. You can just sit in the quiet, just catch your own breathing, get into a rhythm, get into a rhythm. Okay, let's see who's next. There was somebody caught my eye before, Samantha. Excuse me. Um, yeah, feeling confused about the path you need to take. Yeah, just take a step back and sit in the quiet, listen to your own breathing, ask the questions, and then the answers will come to you, my darling, okay? Christine Davies. Go to you, my lovely. Let's see what the cards say for you today. Yeah, even if it's just for 10 minutes, Samantha. I just wanted to know why. Facebook user, can you put your name in the comments, please? Because that is all I see. So I need you to sign on to StreamYard to allow permissions for your name to be shown so I can see your name, or you need to put your name at the end of each of your comments. Christine Davis. Hi, my darling. How are you? Scrap that question because I feel very tired and drained with yourself at the moment, and I feel this is a physical weariness with yourself at the moment. I don't feel I'm sleeping too much. I feel like I'm waking up between 3 and 3:30 a.m. in the morning and then struggling to get my mind to stop ticking over to get back to sleep. Let me know if that makes sense. My eyes are starting to get very moist as well, so you would understand where there's been sadness around you at the moment. Maybe with some tears. Yes, you can take that. Thank you, my darling. Thank you for that conversation. Confirmation. I feel there's been some conversations that's been had with spirit regarding this sadness that you're feeling. I do feel it's grief that's causing this. And I do feel that this grief has been going on for quite a while. But what I want to say to you is there is no time limit for grief. We all grieve in different ways. We all grieve for longer. Some can deal with the grief within a week or two, or a month or two, or a year or two. Others it can take 20, 30 years to deal with grief. You never get over the loss of a loved one, but you do learn to live with it. And grief does change people. They say that it doesn't matter for how short or a long time a period you grieve for, it does change people. But what I want to say is, my darling, spirit has your back. You've got the eagle spirit, and that is one of the best cards in the pack you could receive. So you've been asking for help. You've been asking for help with that. You've got the number 23 card. 3 and 2 is 5. So what I want to say is you can look back, but look back with happiness, not with sadness. I'm seeing the bottom of the 5 and it's curling around and it's looking to the past. Now, sometimes it's not always good to look to the past, but I want to say there's some lessons that you haven't forgotten from the past, which is standing you in good stead now. But I also want to say the people that you've lost from the past are still here from spirit, working with you to help you through the difficult times that you're going through right now. And I'm not going to open it up because we're on a public forum, but I do know you're going through a difficult period at the moment. But spirit has your back, okay? They've heard your prayers, they've heard you asking for help, and they are there helping you all along the way. If you look at the eagle, he's standing strong, he's standing proud, he's got his wings out ready to fly. So at the moment, things feel like they're standing still, which is a good thing because it's giving you time to breathe. But the wings are ready to fly when you are, my darling, okay? So when you're ready to see things from another perspective, ask for that eagle spirit to fly alongside with you, and he will be there helping you see things from a different, more positive perspective. All right, my lovely. I'm sorry that's short but sweet, but I hope that helps. Just be gentle with yourself, right, my darling? Yeah. But you need to stand still because you need to take it in. Again, it's about taking that deep breath. It's about having that acceptance. And don't feel guilty for enjoying life again. I feel like you're at the point where you're able to deal with the grief on a certain level, but the minute you start enjoying life, or the minute something funny comes into you, you have a little giggle to yourself, that element of guilt comes in because you feel like you shouldn't be enjoying life. You feel like you still should be in that I won't say stuck in a rut of mourning, um, if that makes sense. But what I'm trying to say is you can still grieve, but you can remember the happy times. And the more you remember the happy times, the more you look back with a smile instead of tears, the easier to deal with the grief will get. Okay, it does get easier. All right, my lovely. I hope that helps, and thank you for working with me. Hi, Tony. Hope you're well, my darling. Okay, let's see who's next. Let's have a look. Let me have a look. Hmm. Oh, now my mouse isn't working. Give me 2 seconds while I scrolling. All the names I'm scrolling. Uh, let's have a look. Thank you, Lynn, for that. Yes, what Lynn said. If you're coming up as Facebook user, please put your name in the comments or go to streamyard.com to allow permissions. Thank you. Hope we're all well. Thank you, everybody, for joining me this morning. Your time is much appreciated. I know how precious time is, but I also know how wet the weather is as well. So you're better off on here with me than going out in the rain. Okay, who am I going to? Maxine. Maxine, would you understand somebody whose spirit who suffered with an Alzheimer's condition or dementia? Because I actually forgot what I was doing then and forgot who I was talking to. And that normally happens when spirit come in with a dementia condition. Um, I do feel it's a gentleman, because he's coming in on my left side, and I have left for males and right for females. So I do feel this would be a gentleman. I also feel that this gentleman had a skin condition as well. I'm feeling very itchy, so he would have had some sort of eczema or dermatitis or a similar condition to that. Let me know if that makes sense. I told you spirit would pop in, didn't I? They normally do, bless them. Would you understand, Maxine, a grandfather in spirit that had an eczema condition as well as the dementia? And I also feel like I suffered from a very sore throat as well towards the end. Um, I'm getting a tonsillitis. I feel like my tonsils are very sore. So this gentleman would have had tonsillitis at some point in his life as well. Oh, it's female, okay. You wouldn't understand a gentleman. Now, I'm not trying to make it fit, but with him coming on my left side, it's normally the male side that comes through. But if you can understand it as a female, my darling, then you take it as a female, not a problem. Um, so if you understand this as female, you would understand this female having very strong masculine qualities then, as in they wasn't sort of what I would class as a girly girl, a typical girl. There was no fuss with makeup. Hair had to be tied back, and in her ways they were very strict and very firm. Would you understand that? Yes, couldn't speak towards the end. Very masculine qualities. Thank you for that confirmation, my darling. Okay. So this would be grandmother then, as opposed to grandfather, because I said grandfather initially. Okay, don't give me too much information, my sweetheart. Okay. This because he's telling me that you've been having problems with headaches and your eyesight at the moment. Would you understand that? And you felt this, mother-in-law. Okay, my darling. So you would have felt this lady as well. She strokes your hair at night. If you felt tingling on your head at night time, kind of like a spider web type feeling, you felt this lady. You felt this lady playing with your hair at times as well. And I'm really struggling to find. It's like she knew what she wanted to say, but she really struggled to find the words. You've had an eye infection. Ah, okay. Well, she's just letting you know that she's been around you and she wants you to make sure that you look after your eyes. But I'm also getting a headache with this as well. So you would understand this eye infection and the problems with your vision that it's causing, also giving you a slight headache, especially around the front here. Thank you for that confirmation, my darling. Okay. Now, I know you've already said that mother-in-law was a builder, but I've just got the song Bob the Builder, Can You Fix It? So I felt that this lady, she was very, very proudly, strongly independent. She didn't need a man. And I felt that during the latter years of her life, there wasn't a man around. She had to do everything, um, including the house. She had eye degeneration. Oh, okay. Oh, I thought this was with you. But you've said you've had an eye infection, so yeah, she wants you to look after your eyes, so that'll be why she's come round and mentioning that, because she'll want to make sure that you haven't got the same that you don't suffer the same condition. Very independent. You are describing her perfectly. Oh, bless you. Thank you for that confirmation. Right, she's coming in because she wants you, second time this card's come out today. Sandpiper spirit, be playful. She wants to bring a little bit of fun into your life. Now, I'm saying that, but when this lady was in this life, she wasn't really one for fun. She was practical, she was resourceful, um, and everything she did had structure and routine, even when it meant playing board games or planning a game in the garden or whatever it was, going to the park. It had to be structured and it had to be routine. She didn't like change very much, and she didn't like things being out of place, and she certainly didn't like being out of routine. Um, Her home was her castle as well, I want to say, and woe betide the children if they misbehaved. You brought the fun to her, yeah. Well, she's now saying she wants to bring the fun to you. Um, and she wants to say, even though she was as strict and as firm as she wouldn't have said this in life, but she loved you dearly. She loved you all dearly. And she wants to put that across, because she says she never did that in life. And that's one of her regrets, that she never expressed how much you all meant to her. Yeah, she knows that, my darling, but she wants to say the same back. She wants to make sure that you and the others know how much that you were all loved, despite um I wouldn't say she was emotional. Oh, sorry, she's making me cough here. She would have had difficulty swallowing as well, because I feel like I've got a right tickle in my throat. But she wasn't a lady to get over emotional, and she certainly wasn't one to I wouldn't say she was emotionally switched off, but she was um, the typical British tight upper lip kind of person. Oh no, don't cry, Maxine. I don't like it when I make people cry. Oh, bless you. But yeah, she's just very strong. Yeah, she was very strong. And she saw emotion. She was raised in a time where showing emotion was seen as weakness. It was spare the rod, spoil the child kind of thing. Now, I don't feel she got physical with the children when it came to punishment, but again, she would come across as like that strict headmistress. Um, and she'd have been a little bit more softer and a little bit more gentler and a little bit more feminine in her ways. But she said, you need some fun, my darling. You need to go out and have some fun. Um, whether that be taking the grandkids to the park or whatever. Um, yeah, she was very loving. She showed her love in other ways, definitely. And she's bringing me a sense of that from as she connects with me now. Cold hands, warm heart. So you'd understand this lady having very cold hands, and she'd sit and she'd rub her hands like this towards the latter part of life. So I do feel that the cold got to her bones a little bit in the end. Not necessarily arthritis, but I just feel that the cold made her bones ache. And she'd always be able to tell you when there was a storm coming, judging by the way her bones felt, especially in winter. Could reason everything. Yeah, absolutely. If there was a tragedy in the family, or if there was a something major that happened, she would be the one that everybody would go to, because she would be able to deal with it in a level-headed manner, while everybody else was running around like headless chicken in a panic. Um, and she's saying you've got much of the same elements. Everybody relies on you. Um, when something bad happens, when something big and something major happens, especially if it's something that knocks off guard, you're the one to stand and say, okay, let's calm down, people. Let's think about this logically. What do we need to do? And what do we need to do first? Whereas everybody else is going, ah. So she's saying you've got a lot of them elements, and she's proud of you for that. But she's also saying she's happy that you're not as stonewalled, as what she was, is the word she's using, stonewalled. So emotionally you're more open than she is, and she has no objection to that, is all I want to say to that. She's saying she has no objection to that. All right, my darling, so keep doing what you're doing. Keep an eye on that eye infection. Make sure you get it looked at if you haven't already. She's saying doctors, so I don't know if you need to see a doctor or if you've been to see a doctor, but keep an eye on it. All right, my darling, and go out and have some fun. Go out for lunch with the girls. Be silly with the grandkids or the kids, and just go and have a whale of a time. All right, my darling, and I hope that helps. And I'll leave your mother-in-law's love with you. And thank you both for working with me. All right, my sweets. Let's see. Have I got time for one more? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Tony. There we go, my darling. Just wanting to know, will I get some more new clients for my workshop I teach online? All right, let's have a look. See what the cards say about that. Card for Tony, please. Card for Tony, please. Oh, there you go. You've got the Dear Spirit, which is appropriate as you mentioned teaching, because a deer is a teacher. They're very observant. They're very much a leader. in terms of the forest. They can sense every little thing. But this says bring a gentle touch. So what I want to say to yourself is don't expect too much from your clients. Make sure you go in with that gentle touch, which I'm sure you probably do. 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel that you will have some more clients coming in, but it might be very, very gently and very slowly. Some of them might come in just to sit and observe for the first week or two, and then they'll want to engage. You've got the diamond, which is April, so I feel by April you will have more clients coming in, or you would have had more clients come in by April. Again, I'm not predicting because you have free will and it all depends on a lot of outside factors, but the guidance is come April, you should have some more clients drop in to your lap. But I want to say you can be quite a hard taskmaster, Tony. So again, be gentle. Think about your approach. Think about how your approach comes across to other people. I do feel you're going to have some timid ones this time around. So going with that more feminine touch. All right, my darling, and everything should be all right. So you've got the diamond, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 there. Yeah, it might not be many new clients, but you will have maybe 3 or 4. All right, my darling. I hope that helps. And that is me for today, my lovelies. Thank you very, very much for joining me this morning. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for those that I've given readings for the feedback. It is very, very much good. Please join me for that. And until then, stay safe, and I will hopefully see some of you later. God bless. Thank you for working with me.